A couple of other trends or recent things that have impacted SEO in quite a big way. Two updates, again, funny animals. We've got a penguin and a panda. Both of those changed SEO quite dramatically. Taking a quick look at the panda update. Again, these are not that new. It happened in about 2011, 2012, but they're still hugely relevant today. So I don't think we can talk about SEO in 2015 without just recapping and looking at these. So basically, as I said, the panda update was content focused. Basically, what Google is doing with this update is looking at the content on your website. So up until that point, it was quite easy for dodgy SEOs or black hat SEOs to load their site with a lot of poor quality content. A lot of that content might have been kind of machine generated. As a user, you would read it wouldn't make much sense to you, but it would be jam-packed with keywords and SEO kind of pointers that Google would be looking for. That would be loaded onto a site and would artificially boost the rankings of those websites. Google caught onto that and penalized those sites. And since then, we have to be very, very careful that all content we create is 100% and good quality. So definitely something to keep an eye on. The next one is Penguin. Again, a couple of years old now. It's not a new update, but still hugely relevant. Moz, the SEO kind of software company in the States, a leading kind of think tank in SEO, recently released their 2015 kind of ranking factors. And the number one ranking factor that they've picked up on is still links. Those of you familiar with SEO will know that the more links you have pointing to your website, the better. They're viewed as kind of votes of authority from Google. So if I have a lot of good quality links, I'm going to rank higher than you, for example. What this means for SEO in 2015 is we've got to be really, really, I guess, conscientious about our link building. None of the dodgy tactics we used in the past will fly today, and a lot of sites fell short on this. A lot of guys got penalized. So basically, we have to make sure that our link building is very much above board and in line with Google's best practices. So yeah, just to quickly sum up organic search and what we've looked at. So I think the main things or the main trends we've got to keep an eye on are semantic search and how that develops. The search engines are only going to get more kind of adept at understanding our content and figuring out what we're trying to say. Local search, again, hugely important, especially if your clients have physical locations or physical stores. They have to be in local search. Again, mobile search, very, very powerful, especially from the search marketing perspective. And then finally, voice search, something just to keep an eye on. And I'm sure very soon you guys are all going to be kind of doing your Google searches via voice. So yeah, moving on to paid search, and just having a look at some of the top trends we're seeing on the paid search side of things. Very, very exciting things happening there. And possibly, I'm sure our Facebook friends here are going to touch on some of that. But basically, we're seeing a trend where there's a lot more kind of data available to marketers. We've got terms like big data flying around, and from the search perspective, that's definitely true. There's a lot more available to us. And kind of where we see search on the paid side going in the next couple of months to years is merging that individual audience or user data with your client's product data. And that can be hugely powerful. What we mean by that is once you get that kind of merged together, you can dynamically target ads to people based on their individual likes and preferences. So kind of if you think about the current search, yes, there's great targeting options, but it's almost a shotgun blast kind of approach. You're catching a lot of people that you don't really want to in your net. With this, you're going to be able to target your ads a lot more cleverly. And the first kind of aspect of that is something called dynamic search, also sometimes referred to as programmatic search. And basically, like I said, that's basically using individual user data to target your search ads much more effectively. We're able then to connect with our audiences one-on-one. You know what they like, you know what they dislike. You probably know, if they're a male or a female, what age they are. You know all that information, and you're actually able to target your ads specifically to them. The kind of programmatic side of things comes in and often gets confused, I think, to some extent, is it's just automated. We don't have to manually do this anymore. It's not a manual process. Ad servers and platforms are able to do this for us. We load up the information, we give them our user data and our product data, and they're actually able to do this automatically for us. So quite a powerful technology. And part of that is being able to embrace cross-screen marketing. So again, touching on those multiple devices. Specific ads crafted for your phone, for your desktop, and those kind of served to you on the fly. So very, very powerful. Just kind of an example of this, I think, kind of illustrates it quite well. In your traditional search marketing campaigns, if you were a sports car dealership trying to sell your cars, in your traditional search marketing campaign, you would probably focus on best sports cars 2015 as a keyword. It's a decent keyword, probably has some nice search volume, and you would think you'd be targeting the right people to actually sell your vehicle. The problem comes in with, you're not going to be getting those guys that are going to buy your car. You might have kids looking at their dream car, someone wanting to download a desktop background like myself. You're going to get a lot of people checking out your page off your ad that aren't actually ever going to purchase your vehicle. With dynamic search, you're actually able to focus and send different ads to different people around the same content. So what I mean by that is you're actually able to target the 45 to 55-year-old guy who earns more than R1 million a month and he wants a new car that you can target specifically to him. So very, very powerful. The next kind of trend, and again, it's not, you're probably thinking we've heard about this before, it's nothing new, is remarketing or retargeting. So the basic principle there is someone arrives on your website, they have a look around, they don't actually convert, they don't purchase anything, they don't do what you want them to do on the website, and then they leave. And remarketing or retargeting is cool in the way you can then follow them around the web. I'm sure if any of you has visited Zando in the last couple of years, you've seen those ads follow you around. That's remarketing. So pretty cool, good technology, but it's getting slightly better. So the dynamic retargeting is something that we think is going to be quite powerful, and it works in very much the same fashion. There's just a couple of extra groups that you can then target. You're able to target people with specific ads to what they've done on your site. So if they've possibly purchased something, it's in their shopping cart and they've left, they've abandoned that shopping cart, you can follow them with those specific products that they actually abandoned in the cart. For example, you could also target people who have purchased something previously. So if I'm on Yappy Chef and I buy a set of pots, possibly target them then with a spatula and spoon set to go with that. So just quite clever ways to keep targeting on people. So that's kind of the boring side of search out the way, the technical stuff, the dusty stuff. I guess everyone's wanting to know what the secret sauce is. What is the silver bullet that's going to make your search marketing that much better than the other guys, and how you're going to achieve success through search? And for me, I think the answer to that is creativity. We often kind of view search as quite boring and dusty. I think, especially at Quirk, we're kind of viewed as the dull cousin to the creative team. And it's something we accept, we're okay with that. But I think the future of search is in merging creativity with kind of the technology we've seen, with the new data we've seen, and kind of giving that creative edge to your campaign. So yeah, you're using the technical, the data aspect, but you're merging that with, I guess, the humor and the emotion of a good creative idea. And that's how you set yourself apart. So yeah, in closing, I want to show you one last video. This is a campaign that won in Cannes this year. And again, it uses that very, very simple